Winston Rodney, better known by the stage name Burning Spear, is a Jamaican roots reggae singer-songwriter, vocalist, and musician. Burning Spear is a Rastafarian and one of the most influential and long-standing roots artists to emerge from the 1970s. Early life. Winston Rodney was born on March 1, 1945 in St. Ann's Bay, St. Ann, Jamaica. He is married to Sonia Rodney. As a young man, he listened to the R&B, soul, and jazz music transmitted by the U.S. radio stations whose broadcasts reached Jamaica. Curtis Mayfield is cited by Rodney as a major U.S. musical influence along with James Brown. Rodney was deeply influenced as a young man by the views of the political activist Marcus Garvey, especially with regard to the exploration of the themes of Pan-Africanism and self-determination. In 1969, Bob Marley, who was also from St. Ann, advised Rodney to approach Coxsone Dodge Studio One label after Rodney sought his advice during a casual conversation. Personal life. Burning Spear, born Winston Rodney in St. Ann's Bay, Jamaica, has maintained a relatively private personal life. He has been deeply committed to promoting Rastafarian beliefs and African consciousness through his music. His personal philosophy reflects the principles of Rastafarianism, advocating for unity, peace, and spiritual upliftment. He is known to live a simple, humble life, aligning with the values he promotes in his songs. He has been married for a long time to Sonia Rodney, who also acts as his manager, helping guide his career. Houses. Burning Spear is believed to split his time between Jamaica and the United States. He reportedly owns property in both locations. However, there are no specific details about the houses he owns. Similar to his approach to life, it's likely that his homes are comfortable but not lavish. Net worth. Burning Spear's net worth is estimated to be around $4 million. This wealth primarily comes from his long career in music, including his numerous albums, tours, and other ventures. However, as a veteran in the music industry, his wealth may fluctuate based on royalties, performances, and merchandising. Career. Burning Spear was originally Rodney's group, named after a military award given by Jomo Kenyatta, the first president of an independent Kenya, and included bass singer Rupert Willington. The duo auditioned for Dodd in 1969, which led to the release of their debut single Door Peep. They were then joined by tenor Delroy Hines. The trio recorded several more singles for Dodd and 2 albums before they moved on to work with Jack Ruby in 1975. Their first recording with Ruby, Marcus Garvey, was intended as an exclusive track for Ruby's Ocho Rios-based high-power sound system, but was released as a single, giving them an immediate hit, and was followed by Slavery Days. These recordings featured the backing band The Black Disciples, which included Earl Chinna Smith, Valentine Chin, Robbie Shakespeare, and Leroy Wallace. The group worked with Ruby on their third album, Marcus Garvey, 1975, which was immediately successful and led to a deal with Island Records to give the album a wider release. Island remixed and altered the speed of some of the tracks, much to the annoyance of fans and the group, leading Rodney to set up his own Burning music label for future releases where he would have full control. Although further releases followed on Island, including Garvey's Ghost, a dub version of the Marcus Garvey album, and Man in the Hills. In late 1976, Rodney split from both Ruby and group members Willington and Hines, and from that point on used the name Burning Spear for himself alone. Dry and Heavy followed in 1977, self-produced but still on Island, and with a sizable following by now in the United Kingdom. He performed in London that year with members of Aswad acting as his backing band for a sold-out show at the Rainbow Theatre, which was recorded and released as the album live. Aswad also provided backing on his next studio album, Social Living, 1978, which also featured Sly Dunbar and Rico Rodriguez. A dub version of the album, Living Dub, 1979, was mixed by Sylvan Morris. His profile was raised further by an appearance in the Film Rockers, performing Jah No Dead. In 1980, Rodney left Island Records and established Burning Music Production Company, signing with EMI. He later signed with Heartbeat Records and released albums like Resistance. In the 1990s, he returned to Ireland and rejoined Heartbeat, releasing albums under Burning Music Productions. Heartbeat released albums like The World Should Know, Rasta Business, Appointment with His Majesty, and Calling Rastafari, the last completed album to be solely pressed by an outside label. Burning Spear spent decades touring extensively, and several live albums have been issued including Burning Spear Live, Live in Paris, Live in South Africa, Live in Vermont, Peace and Love Live, Live at Montreux Jazz Festival, and A Live 1997. Touring the world time and time again, the band's live sound matured and grew more sophisticated. While remaining firmly rooted in reggae, accents of free jazz, funk, and psychedelic music were increasingly in evidence. His 1999 album, Calling Rastafari, brought his first Grammy Award in 2000, a feat which he repeated with Jah Is Real in 2009. In 2000 Home to My Roots tour, he performed in Cape Town, South Africa alongside other reggae icon Joseph Hill with Culture Band. In 2002 he and his wife, Sonia Rodney, who has produced a number of his albums, restarted Burning Music Records, giving him a greater degree of artistic control. Since the mid-1990s, he has been based in Queens in New York City. Burning Spear was awarded the Order of Distinction in the rank of officer on October 15, 2007. Since establishing their own label, Winston and Sonia Rodney have released nearly 40 singles, CDs, DVDs, and vinyl albums on the Burning Music imprint. Many of these albums have been deluxe editions of albums previously available on other labels and often include bonus tracks and DVD footage. In 2016, Rodney announced his retirement, but in 2022 it was announced that he would perform at the Rototom Sunsplash Festival in Spain and on the Welcome to Jamrock cruise in December. Rodney announced 3 shows in California in July 2022, and San Francisco on July 22nd, San Diego on July 23rd, and Los Angeles on July 24th. He also announced a show at the Levitt Pavilion, Denver, Colorado on July 30th, 2022. These shows were followed by 2 dates in the UK, at Forum Birmingham on August 13th and the O2 Academy, Brixton, London on August 14th. On August 14th, 2023, he performed a highly acclaimed, packed-out show in the Barbie Club live music venue in Tel Aviv, Israel, and on August 15th, 2023, in Megiddo, Israel, where he appeared together with Ehud Banai. Awards. Burning Spear has won 2 Grammy Awards for Best Reggae Album, one at the 42nd Grammy Awards in 2000 for Calling Rastafari, and one for 2009's Jah Is Real. He has been nominated for a total of 12 Grammy Awards.